Hello, 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 beautiful unicorns. Yana Kasperczak coming into you live from Ontario of Canada. As your certified professional performance and spiritual awakening core energy coach, it has been my soul's purpose to help women, to help you get your shit together so you can break free from that mental prison you find yourself in, whether it's once in a while or maybe all the time right now. So that way you can break free from that mental prison and build a business, life, and or career that you're not only proud of, but actually excited to wake up to every single day and feel obsessed with everything that is your life. As I adjust my crown on my head. My hairpiece. Call it a hairpiece, but it's not a hairpiece. It's my hair. Just, I don't do the pieces. All this is all natural. And there was a part of me, this will kind of, I guess in a way, lead into today's topic. There was a point in my life where the programming really started getting to me, where I wasn't happy with my hair. I wasn't happy with my eyelashes. I wasn't happy with my skin. I wasn't happy, honestly, with any part of my body or any part of myself. It's almost like I hated everything about me. And one thing out of many that I did, and it's never just that one thing that helps. It's a combination, and the right combination for me, which means there will be a right combination for you that will help you get your shit together. And you got to continue using it and using it and using it and making it your habit, your lifestyle. So today we're going to be talking about the purpose and the difference between mantras and affirmations. They are similar, and yet there are differences between the two. So let's go about it this way. Actually, I'm all about notes. Some of you guys know this already. And I like to have my notes in front of me so I can refer to them. And it's almost like just the key talking points that help me in sticking to the information that I want to share with you without going in numerous different directions. So the key differences between mantras and affirmations is essentially spiritual versus psychological focus. One is spirituality, and that is the mantras, and affirmations, that is psychological focus, meaning that mantras are often, they're spiritual in nature, and they're tied and connected and usually used when meditating or practicing spirituality, whatever that means or looks like or sounds like to you, while affirmations are mostly focused on personal development and mental well-being. So statements like, I am happiness, I am joy, those can be used in spiritual practice, which means that they can be used as mantras, but they are affirmations because you are reaffirming yourself and who you are being. So they can also be interconnected and used depending on the circumstances. Vibrational power versus cognitive reprogramming. Mantras are believed to have vibrational power that influences the energy field, your energy field, and the energy that is around you as well. While affirmations work by reprogramming the subconscious mind through repeated positive statements. So that's why I said the I am statements, they can be used throughout the mantra, but they're primarily considered to be affirmations because you are reaffirming and you are reprogramming your belief system, your subconscious programming, little by little. And as I mentioned quite a few times previously, and I will continue to mention it because the reminders are very, very important, that when we are whether it's a mantra, whether it's an affirmation, when you are using it, make sure that you don't feel like you're lying to yourself, that you're still being honest with yourself, which sometimes might mean changing that statement just a little bit, so that way you don't feel like you're lying and it comes to you much quicker. Because whatever it is that you're trying to manifest or you're trying to reprogram, emotion and emotional state is the most important moving piece of this combination. Meaning that if you are not emotionally bought in to what you're saying, to what you're thinking, then it's less likely to happen, because what you're bringing in is you bring in that emotional state, which means that that is your vibration, that is your feeling, and you're going to be calling that in, and it's not going to feel good. And in the end, you also feel like you can't even trust yourself because you continue to lie to yourself. So that's why it's important to make sure that you are in alignment with whatever statement that you're saying. And if you're not fully in alignment with it, then change it up a little bit by using the words I could be, I will be, I'm starting to feel, right? So if, let's say, happiness, if you can't say and feel the emotional state of being happy and you're trying to say I am happiness, then, and you're trying to say it and it doesn't feel right, it feels like you're lying to yourself because you're trying to convince yourself I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy, when you are not. You don't want to do that. What you want to do is, I am working on feeling happiness. I'm working towards becoming happiness. I could be happier. I am moving closer and closer towards happiness each and every second of the day, starting right now. So say whatever comes to mind in ways of you are working towards it. But the word try, I would try to stay away from it. I would recommend to stay away from it, because just think back of every time you or somebody else that you know use the word try, it almost feels and sounds like giving up. That you're trying and trying and it's just not going to happen. So you want to stay away from that. You want to move closer to the words that are, I am becoming happier and happier and happier every second, more and more, starting right now. Words like that, or phrases or sentences like that. Traditional versus modern usage. You know, when mantras and affirmations were used traditionally, and as they are being used right now. Mantras have been used for thousands and thousands and thousands of years in religious and spiritual content. Mantra is another way of calling mantras or referring to mantras is prayer. Not everybody likes that word. I personally prefer not to use that word because it's too much connected to religion, and I prefer not. I am more of a spiritual person. I believe every human being is spiritual. It's just some people have certain religions that they have chosen or has chosen them, while I like different things from different places, and I create my own spiritual being, my own spiritual quote unquote religion, which is not a religion. So mantras have been used for thousands of years in the spiritual content, while affirmations are a more modern tool for fostering a positive mindset. You know, back in the day, I believe that people they weren't as aware of the presence of the I am, where now, let's say you wake up and you're saying, oh, I'm tired, I feel sluggish, I'm not myself. So whatever follows the I am, that is the reality that you're creating. And we, as the species, we have become so much more aware of this truth and this way of creating our own realities. And that's why the affirmations are more of the modern approach, because we recognize the presence of ourselves within ourselves, and we recognize that who we're being right now and how we're talking about ourselves right now is going to dictate our future. And it dictates our future in a minute, 10 minutes, an hour, 10 hours from now, and at the same time it dictates our future even 10 months, 10 years, 50 years from now, if nothing changes. So when do you use mantras? And then I'll go a little bit deeper what mantra is and what affirmation is. You use mantras when you are seeking spiritual connection, deeper meditation, when you want to go deeper into that meditation and you really want to be that meditation. You want to be fully present, connected with and in that meditation, in that meditative state, or you want to align with a specific spiritual energies or a specific, I would even say, specific thing that you want to experience or manifest into your life. That is when you use the mantras. Affirmations you use when you are looking to build self-esteem, when you're looking to shift negative thinking patterns or reinforce positive beliefs in your daily life. Affirmations, at their core, what they are there for is for you to start reprogramming that default program that is running your life, that is possibly even ruining your life, that is keeping you hostage where you are currently living. And where, even though we're living in this physical world, we're physical beings through our bodies, through our meat suit, as I like to refer to it. We are not physical beings, we're spiritual, we're energetic beings, which also means that like energy attracts like energy, and it brings in whatever it is that we're vibrating. Just think of it in this way. When you think of birds, right? There's so many different birds, and all these different birds, they sing different tune. Why is it that this species that is singing and trying to attract the perfect mate for him, a different species is not coming, is not hearing it? It's because the sound that this bird is emitting and creating, the frequency, the vibration, the energy that it's throwing out into the world, that it goes like a wave, the sound waves, is only created for a specific manifestation of a specific female that resonates with him and comes to him. And after he receives her, he's done, right? Because he manifested her. We humans are similar to that. We're just not in tune, we're not aware that every time we're speaking, every time we're thinking, we are just like that bird who is sending out the frequency, the vibration, the sound waves through energy, calling in the things that we want or don't want. The universe doesn't, it just believes that you're thinking about that, you're spending time on this, that means you want it. So here you go, you want it, and I'll give it to you. And then when you get it, you're like, no, that's not what I wanted. Well, you got to be more clear. And how do you become more clear is many different ways. One way, you are going to experience the things that you want, the things that you don't want, and you'll get much more clear through the process, and you'll learn how to communicate at the right frequency with the right frequency. So you're going to be vibrating these things and calling them into your life. And a lot of it is connected to the affirmations, while the other part is connected to mantras. So both are amazing and powerful tools to help you heal yourself, create yourself, recreate yourself, call in things that are meant to be for you, manifest things and release things and let go of things and reprogram yourself. They're both very handy and very helpful. So this is where I would say how each one can be used and is essentially meant to be used. Now, when it comes to, let's go a little bit deeper into the mantras. What are mantras themselves? Mantras, just like anything, they have a purpose to it. Hey, Kimberly, how are you doing, beautiful? Kimberly says, good afternoon, friend. Hello, friend. How are you, beautiful? So mantras are used primarily for spiritual purposes, often to focus the mind during a meditation, which helps to invoke specific energies, specific emotional state, or connect with the divine, or connect with your loved ones that have passed on, or connect to the other side, so to speak, or connect with your spirit guides, connect with something that is beyond you, connect with the source, connect even with your true self and essence. Or if you believe in the multiverse, connect with yourself on another dimension or in another dimension. Mantras also are seen as sacred sounds or phrases that carry vibrational energy. And that's why mantras are best when you say them out loud. Honestly, anything is best when you say it out loud, because there is that factor of vibration going through you and you feeling the vibration. Because when you're thinking things, there's no sound, there's no vibration. You're just hearing a voice which seemingly comes from nowhere, and yet you hear it. But when you're speaking, you're also using energy to speak. You're using frequency, using vibration, and you can tap into the emotional state as well, especially if you're, whether it's a mantra or affirmation, you're trying to connect with your true essence. And when you say it out loud, you might recognize that it doesn't feel good, doesn't sit well, so then this will be your opportunity to change it and say it in a way that feels in alignment and true and authentic to you. And this is how you get to discover yourself. Don't limit yourself to this mantra, to this phrase. For some people, there's mantras in different languages, right? Sanskrit, which is the original language of meditations, of mantras, of even yoga. So there are phrases that you can use in Sanskrit, but not everybody feels in alignment with them. It doesn't always feel good or authentic to everyone. So you gotta choose what works for you. And the choice is yours, because you want it to feel good. It's not meant to feel uncomfortable. Origin of mantras is they're rooted in the ancient spiritual traditions, particularly in Hinduism, Buddhism, and other Eastern philosophies. They are often in Sanskrit and are believed to have inherent power in the sound itself. So the sound itself, the way that it sounds, and that's why if you are using Sanskrit, the sound itself was created to feel in a certain way. A lot of it is about, like I said, vibration. Even if you're just humming, you go, just humming, you will calm your nervous system down. It does magic. It, in a way, mimics how cats purr, but because it creates that vibration, and vibration is what balances the energy. Like, even just think of the water. If you add vibration to the water, it'll vibrate, and then you stop and it's calm and it's still. We need that once in a while, because as you vibrate in the water, it almost like separates the particles within that water and cleans the water. The cleaner water will be on top, the dirty will be at the bottom. Kind of like what we need as well. And if you're doing the humming practice, doing that outside, bare feet on the grass, is going to do magic for you, especially after rain, or especially after thunderstorm or lightning, when the earth has been recharged through the lightning power. Using mantras are typically, they're in a chant form. They're also sung, and or they're repeated silently during a meditation or during your spiritual practice. The repetition of a mantra is meant to bring the practitioner, you, into a deeper state of consciousness, peace, or connection with the divine. Now, example will be, as I said, the Sanskrit, or also even not just the Sanskrit, this is also in Buddhism and Hinduism, the Om, which creates a vibration through your body, and it sends it outside of your body as well. You'll be attracting like energy as you're balancing your energy. And remember, just because you're doing it in the moment does not mean you're going to attract whatever it is that you want in that moment. It, more often than not, requires constant realignment and balance until you are that way, until you are being that energy, that vibrational state, in that emotional state of what you're trying to manifest. A universal sound, considered the essence of the universe. The Om is the universal sound, considered the essence of the universe. Om Mani Padme Hum, a Tibetan Buddhism mantra invoking compassion, and compassion for yourself as well. Now, affirmations. Like everything, affirmations have a purpose. Affirmations are used primarily for psychological and emotional purpose, which aims to shift your beliefs, encourage positive thinking, and boost your self-esteem. It helps you to rewrite your roots as well, especially when you recognize one of your roots and how it's not aligning with yourself. And your roots is your deeply ingrained belief system, how you see yourself, how you view yourself, your assumptions, your interpretations, that voice that you hear in your head. That becomes your opportunity to work and heal on yourself, and then you can create affirmation statement with that new discovery about yourself that will help you to reprogram your root. You gotta cut the root off and then grow a new one, essentially like a lizard. You drop a tail to grow a new one. Aiming to shift self-beliefs and confidence. They are statements of truth that are the individual wishes to internalize. So whatever it is that you want to internalize, whatever it is that you want to rewrite about yourself, this is going to be a statement that you say to yourself repeatedly as well, just like you would a mantra, that ring true. And that's what I was saying earlier. If it doesn't feel truthful to you, then don't continue lying to yourself. Just shift it and change it to the statement of affirmation that will feel right and true to you. The origin of affirmations is rooted in modern psychology and self-help practices. They are more they're designed more to create that positive change in your mindset, in your life, by consciously alerting or consciously rewriting and reprogramming your thought patterns. They're also used to, how do I put it? It's like when you catch yourself on a certain thought, you can stop it and nip it in the bud and shift and switch to a more authentic and truthful statement, as opposed to the one that is rewriting or writing itself, trying to continue rewrite itself and tell you this is who you are, where in reality you know this is not who you are because it doesn't feel good. And as you try to rewrite your deeply ingrained program, it will try to get itself back in there. Also, the use of affirmations is typically spoken or written. I recommend both, and repeated in various settings to reinforce positive beliefs, to help you in rewiring and reprogramming yourself. They can be used daily or can be used during moments of stress or as part of a personal development routine. When you're talking to yourself in the mirror, you want to use affirmations. You want to talk to yourself and you want to reaffirm who you believe you are and how you see yourself. And the reason why I recommend both the spoken and the written is because what you're writing down, you're programming itself. You know how in Simpsons, when Bart is being bad and he is forced to write the same thing on the board over and over and over again? Why do you think that is? If we pay attention, especially to the Simpsons, it's teaching us a lot. And it's showing us that in order for us to reprogram ourselves, in order for you to achieve your goals, in order for you to become who you desire becoming, you gotta write these things down over and over and over again. And push past that feeling of discomfort of I can't write anymore, I can't write anymore. Push past it until you find calm and peace, and then you stop. The I am statement, the affirmations can be the same one over and over and over again, or you can change up and you can write I am, and each thing, each word or phrase that follows the I am can be different. You can start a journal. I have an I am journal. I don't use it as much anymore because I've gotten really good at just speaking and feeling, but initially I needed to use the speaking, thinking, and writing so that way I can tap into the emotional state of each I am statement like this. And now I prefer to use the I am statements, the same one over and over and over again, so I connect with that vibrational frequency, so I connect with that emotional state, and I become that I am statement that I keep saying. Just like every morning, I used to say, I'm tired, I'm so exhausted, and then I became that way, and I would feel that way throughout the whole entire day. And now once in a while I still catch myself because that old programming always, when you're not feeling so great, it will seep right in there. If you didn't get enough sleep, if you didn't eat properly the day before, or you're dealing with a lot of stress, or you're doing a lot of things, that old programming will try to seep in when you're weak. It's like, you know how that phrase goes that the devil will appear when you're at your weakest? The devil is always you. It's that part of you that tries to bring you back, tries to do less and not be as present, and essentially drains life out of you, that tells you everything that you're not. The devil does not exist outside, it exists inside. Just like the angels and the God, inside, not outside. Hey Rebecca, how are you doing, beautiful? Rebecca says, I will replay at my little boy's dance class. Ooh, so sneaky how it tries to get back. Yeah, all right. Girl, some of those Simpsons episodes are creepy. I know, right? They are so creepy, but they're also telling us the truth. And if you want people to question the phrase goes something along the lines that you tell people the truth and they won't even believe you. They'll think that it's something else. So if you put the truth in front of them, they won't even question that. And then you can say, oh, conspiracy theory, or no, that's not true because I saw that in Simpsons, or I saw that on this and that. But the truth is always in front of us. And people are blind to see the truth when it's in front of them. Very few will question and become aware of the truth right in front of them. But just like you, I like to pay attention to the things that are put in front of me and question everything. And in questioning everything, I get to learn so much more about the truth and myself and the reality that I'm living in. Rebecca says karmic retribution for them. Yes. Oh, it will be. So, affirmations. Here are two examples. One, I am worthy of love and respect. I prefer affirmations that are actually like, I am happiness. I am joy. I am love. I am respect. But this one, I am worthy of love and respect, is when you're just starting off and you don't believe you're worthy, you can say, I am worthy of love and respect. I'm working towards being worthy of love and respect. Every minute of the day, I get closer and closer to being worthy of love and respect. I am capable of achieving my goals. You can rewrite that and say it in the way of, I am my goals. I am goal oriented. I am an achiever. I am a creator, because you are. You literally are. I'm a manifester. I'm a master manifester. I'm a master creator. I am peace. I am harmony. Instead of, I am trying to be peace or I'm trying to be harmony, I am peace. I am harmony. And sometimes, even if it doesn't feel right the first time you say it a couple of more, a couple of more, a couple of more. Try it on for size. Just keep saying it until maybe it starts clicking. And if it still doesn't feel good, then change the phrase to the one that feels more authentic with who you are right now and who you're trying to become. Because you're not trying to become someone that you're going to be in 10 years from now, because you don't even know who that's going to be. You're just trying to be a better version of yourself than you are right this second, right this moment. So from 1 second to another, 1 second you might not feel peace, so your goal is to be peace in the next couple of seconds. So how can you be peace in the next couple of seconds? How can you then be peace in the next couple of seconds and the next couple of seconds? And then that is how you start to reprogram your default program 1 second at a time, which is 1 minute at a time, which is 1 hour at a time, which is 1 day at a time, which is 1 week at a time, little by little. Just like a paycheck. You don't start off at $1, even though they tell you that's how you start off. At per hour you get paid this much. But if you break down per hour how many pennies you're making, because everything starts with a penny, how many pennies are you earning per hour? Chances are it's not going to be 60 pennies per hour. It's going to be more. And if it's less, then I question what you're doing. Or what you're doing that is going to get you a lot more pennies per hour at a certain point eventually. Anyways, so everything that we're doing, everything that we're trying to become and who we're trying to become, it happens 1 second, 1 millisecond at a time. So the goal is to be better this second than you were before. This second than you were before. And you will become the best version of yourself before you know it. And you probably won't even fully notice it until you start reflecting back on who you were 6 months ago or a year ago, and really witness your growth and evolution. And when you witness your growth and evolution, I encourage you to celebrate your massive achievement and be happy and proud of yourself with yourself, without the negative attachment of that's not enough. You could recognize that you still have ways to go, but not in the way of bringing in the negativity of that's not good enough, I should have been further along, or I could have been further along. Just accept where you are, love it, cherish it, appreciate it, and with love and peace, know as that child feeling excited within you that you still have so much game to play to get to that version of yourself that you are dreaming of becoming or being, and recognize that when you get to that version of yourself, you're going to have another goal, another destination of another version of yourself. It becomes like a catch me if you can kind of a game, or hide and seek kind of a game where you hide your future self and then you seek her, you find her, and then she goes and she hides somewhere else, where you gotta keep going, keep growing, and keep evolving and changing. That's what life is about. It's all about newer and better experiences in all that is life, and all that is your business, and all that is your career, and all that is you. Anyways, that is all that I have for you all beautiful ladies today. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much for being on here with me, especially Kimberly and Rebecca, who were on here with me live and commenting and interacting, and all of you silent watchers as well. Say hey. How are you doing? I hear you, I get you. I typically am a silent watcher myself, where I just watch things, and then once in a while I might comment, or most of the time I do not comment. I just take in the information and I absorb it, and then I apply it. So whatever it is that you learned today, I would love to hear what that was, and then what are you planning on doing with it today? And I use the word planning because you're going to be planning on doing something with it today. And then let me know if you did it or not. Because application is one of the most important parts of anything that you're going to be learning. And in that process, you will get to experience the understanding of if this is even for you or not. And if it's not, let it go, so you can free up the space within yourself for the things to come in that are for you. Don't hold on to things out of guilt or shame. If you decided to do something today, and you do it, and let's say you decided to do something today and every day for the rest of the week, but you did it today and it just doesn't feel right, change it up. Do something different tomorrow. Doesn't have to be the same thing. I hear this and I see this all the time, that when women come up with an activity or action to do every single day, and they try it and they try it and they don't like it, they almost try to force themselves to do it because they must. But why? When there's so many more options of what you can do instead, and you're just stuck on this one. You're limiting yourself. Don't limit yourself. You are unlimited being. You have unlimited options. Do something different that feels right and authentic. The reason why you did that is so you can eliminate it from your list and say, no, that's not for me, and move on to the next. Try that and see if it's for you or not. If not, keep putting it away. How many times have you bought clothes that you loved in the store, you tried it on in the store, or didn't try it on the store, and you brought it home and you never even took the tags off, and they're still hanging there because they weren't meant to be for you? They were meant to be one of those lessons that you try it on, you see you like it, and then you bring it home, you don't like it, then you can give it back or give it to someone else, that it's not meant to be for you. Not in the way that you were thinking or hoping. It's just a filler in your closet. So, Rebecca says, I've been loving that strategy, being who I want to be. That's an amazing strategy, and it's an amazing way of living as well. Kimberly says, thank you, friends. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. And is this the group? I can't share. Yeah, this is from the group, so you can't really share, but this one will be uploaded to the podcast. And great reminder, those of you who love this content, I upload these to the podcast, so it's one place where you can find all of these videos and listen to them as a podcast, or even see them as a video podcast as well on your favorite platform. And it's literally spelled just like I write it. Get your shit with exclamation mark together with Yana Kasperczak. That's how you will find it on any platform that you listen to. And if you don't find it on that platform where you listen to the podcast, let me know and I will make sure that I get it on there. But it should be on all the podcast available platforms. So that way you can listen to all the previous ones at your discretion, on the go. You're doing your shopping, you're doing your walking around. You can have me buzzing in your ear, reminding you. And you, as always, it's like, you know how when you're even having a conversation or you're watching a movie, your mind just goes in a different direction and starts thinking somewhere else, and you're like, oh, wait a minute, I'm supposed to be doing this, and you bring yourself back. That's why I always recommend listening to something more than once, because the mind wanders. It's meant to wander, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. It's part of the process. It just gives you the opportunity to listen to something one more time, because whenever your mind wandered, it wasn't ready to hear, but next time you listen, it might be, and it will wander at a different time with the things that you probably already heard. Mind is really, really miraculous. It's one of those things that we will continue to uncover and think about. And when it comes to your memories, they're not stored in your brain. Your memories are in every cell of your body. They're not limited to any specific place. They're everywhere, all at once, consuming you, quite literally. And that's why with some memories, you have an emotional reaction or emotional response before you even become aware of what is being triggered, what memory is being brought up. So anyways, thank you, everybody. And until we see each other next week, which will be recorded, and it's going to be a great one. Just to give you a little heads up of what it's going to be, I'm going to be using for the next two videos this IPEC Bible, as I like to call it, Unconventional Wisdom, that uses, I'm just going to be sharing two principles from the IPEC coach training school that I went through. And the trainings were based on these 33 principles. And only the IPEC graduates have access to this book. And we cherish it like it's our Bible, because it's honestly, it just encompasses your whole entire life altogether. But I will only be sharing one for each following video. Anyways, other than that, have an amazing the rest of your day. Enjoy your life. Continue to get your shit together. Tune into the podcast. Sign up to the podcast if you haven't done so already. And until we see each other next time, have an amazing rest of your day, weekend, and weeks. Bye.